much fucking trouble. And this time I like delivered the lines like word per word, like even the cadence that he used.
Yeah, I love that. That was entertaining.
Thank you, thank you. Theater, cinema slash theater is one of my passions. But yeah, first question.
All right, so the first question is, when did you first start making music?
By age or by year?
Yeah, what year?
It was late 2012 to early 2013. I started making music because we can edit this, right? Because I gotta pee right now.
Yeah.
I don't want you to like release the audio, and I'm just like doing the interview with like pissing sounds at the background. Boy, we're gonna have to hire a producer to fucking chop up this audio. I'm for hire. I'm for hire, by the way. You know. Okay, let me see if my pee is gonna make sound. Oh, it actually won't. Anyway, yeah. So late 2012, early 2013. I never really thought, like before that, of pursuing a career in music. I was actually a writer. I wanted to be either a writer, like a professional writer, or a history teacher. And I don't know. I've always been like, literally, I've always been an internet kid. Like I was raised on the internet. Got the golden era of the internet, you know, all this shit like caramel dancing and Bass Hunter, which is why I have that The Cure Bass Hunter Dota Love Song remix, you know. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was always an internet kid. So I was literally every subculture slash micro genre that the internet had, I at one point either had like intensive contact with or helped create after 2012. So basically when Vaporwave started, and it was literally like just me, Zach Tried, Internet Club, and a few others in like IIRC. Is that the name of it? Like the chat thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in an IRC room. Talking about like, we didn't even try to make it a genre or anything. Just discussing ideas and posting them on /mu/ from 4chan.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is funnily enough is basically like where Vaporwave started. Most people don't know. Yeah, most people don't know that. So that's one good thing to come out of 4chan.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
Probably the only one, but yeah. Oh fuck! I have so many Channer fans. They're gonna be upset with what I just said. But yeah. Anyway, hold up. I just fell in love. I literally fell in love with Vaporwave because my whole life I had that sentiment of like nostalgia for surrealistic settings and things that frankly speaking, I never actually lived through, but I have memories of it, you know,
Yeah.
like like implanted memories, like some sort of Blade Runner replicant shit. So seeing that I was not the only one, that made me really, that made me feel less crazy.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
yeah, and that's actually how Vaporwave began. That was all like all the whole oh, it's a satire of capitalism and consumers and consumers. Blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
It isn't. We didn't have any of those. We didn't. Literally, we didn't thought of any other. That was all attributed way after.
Yeah, so it didn't start that way.
No, not even fucking Zect, or as people know her, Macintosh Plus. Like none of us were trying to like criticize capitalism. Like no, we were just bringing up nostalgia that we felt for a time period we never really lived on.
Yeah.
Uh, and it was like really like not not more than 10, 15 artists. It was the definition of an internet micro genre, and then it got kind of spread on slash mu, and it kept going from there, and it was still kind of a very niche thing until fucking Young Link came. And
Then it blew
do I
up.
need do I need to add anything more to that?
No, it explains itself.
Yeah, but I was trained with luxury elite. Like she actually played a few songs of mine on a radio station in Kansas.
Oh, really?
And yeah, you
Nice.
know luxury, right? Melissa Newton. She worked with St. Pepsi and shit.
Yeah, that's freaking cool.
Yeah, she's a really nice woman, by the way.
So, when did that
Yes,
lead to? When did that lead to getting to know Peep like Gustav and the whole GBC thing?
my guy. You asked me when I started making music. I've met Gus 5 years after that. Do you want me to go like give a time skip or go to the entire thing? I mean,
Just
let
like
me know.
a short summary of your career from when you started to when you met Gus.
Um, that makes it seem like fuck. I hate it when it. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying I hate it when it sounds like people are only interested in the Gus part of my career, like or relation. Because I literally got DMs today. I don't know if you know a guy named Eli Bruner on Facebook.
Oh fuck
He
yeah!
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna send you some screenshots. The conversation was really funny. He made a post saying, I'm looking for cool videos to post on my page. DM me if you have any." And I hit him up, and he was like, "Yeah, no, that's cool. Especially if you have visuals for your song with Lil Peep. It's $30 and I'll upload it to my page." And I reply with, "Oh, gee, I'm so glad you kind and gentle enough to give me the opportunity to pay you to post a never heard unreleased verse with Gus on your page with visuals. Like, you're so kind." Oh
And
my god.
me and him have a long history of beef.
I don't really know him, but I'm not gonna like. He showed me his stop motion animations, and I love this shit, so I like
Yeah.
that. But as a person, I don't know him, but I am gonna say this. He does look like he's a cunt. Yeah, I
But
don't
no,
know if that's true or not.
we can skip
He
that
just
question. I have a lot of other questions.
like, yeah, we can. He just lacks a lot of self awareness. But yeah, uh, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. Um, so basically, it started off with the vaporwave thing, and then Young Lean happened, so Cloud the Rap happened, and in between the vaporwave and the Cloud Rap phase, I was doing Witch House, mostly inspired by Salem,
Mm.
which is still one of my favorite bands ever. In fact, I'm getting their logo tatted on the other side of my ribcage next week
Hell
because
yeah.
I already got Stay Ugly from Crimes in the right side. But yeah, I basically fucking love Witch House. Vaporwave and Witch House were the first internet genres that I came across. In fact, my very, 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 literally very first song I ever made was a Witch House remix of Ghosts by Japan, a
Oh
new
wow.
wave band.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Thanks. I used to be friends with Isaac from Crimes. He's a really cool lad. Um, anyway, a little bit of trivia, since I know this interview is not about him, but trivia that most people don't know is always cool. Is always cool. Isaac himself told me that the reason Crimes broke up is because after their gig in London with Crystal Castles, basically Crystal Castles like fucked off back to America and recorded Crystal Castles 3, which is, I agree with him, it's literally like just Crimes. They literally jacked their entire
Oh
sound and never.
fuck.
And yeah, and it fucked him up so bad, and I can relate to that, if because of the whole Gus and Tracy thing.
Yeah.
Or should I say Jasmine Butler? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so that's what. Also, Sadie was getting a lot of, like, she was constantly in court because of the London riots. Like, if anybody was actually about that life, it's fucking Sadie. She was in every fucking London protest. Fuck ACAB, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Crimes, shout out Isaac, shout out Sadie, shout out Ceylon. The real ones will never be forgotten. But anyway, continuing that, in between the Vaporwave and the Witch House, I eventually landed on Cloud Rap because it was basically like mixing Vaporwave with rap, And I
Right.
was very much a Tumblr kid. I was into Sia Punk and shit, like aliens, like alien patterns and fucking dolphins and PVC clothing and that sort of shit. So 90s Bambino actually was not intended to be an emo trap project at all, especially because emo trap didn't exist back then. But originally it was basically meant to be like, I don't know what would be the name of it, but just like this, like Sia Punk cloud rap type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Much like Young Lean. Let me drink some water. Anyway, so yeah, you're gonna have to remind me of my line of thought constantly here,
No, that's okay.
including now. I mean,
Oh, okay. So I was asking you between when you started and when you eventually started doing stuff with Gus, and you were just talking about you had just started with the
oh,
cloud
yeah,
rap.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, 90s BAMBINO was about making a really, really niche internet micro genre EPs. Like I have one of my first tapes was a Nirvana remix tapes, which were like Sia Punk and like Witch House remixes of Nirvana songs, and then it kind of evolved into like that kind of like romantic ballad, what we used to call not only cloud rap or true wave, but what other people would derogatively deem meme rap. I don't know if you remember that era.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like when Spooky Black dropped and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was fucking legendary. But anyway, so after that, Charlotte Palmer, then Online Crush, then Charlotte Palmer. I came in, I stumbled upon Bones, Sash,
Yeah.
and that led me to listen to the Teen Witch mixtape, and that changed my whole fucking life. Because that 90s Bambino became what it is now because of that tape. I still think that's still one of the best mixtapes ever made.
I could agree with that.
That and I would say that like NASA tape by Space Ghost Perp was like the reason 90s Bambino began, and Teen Witch was like the lane it took. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I don't know. I really don't know what happened. Like I'm gonna have to owe you this one because people always ask me like, how did you link up with all of those people, all of those artists? And I'm like, no fucking idea, mate. Literally, like, not only I do not remember because ungodly amounts of benzo abuse and alcohol during my teenage years, but also I still don't know how I make shit happen. Like, how do I have David Ford on my next album when I was watching Salad Fingers when I was 9? I don't fucking know. It just happens.
It just happens.
But yeah, and people don't realize that like nobody was doing that with any intentions of making a career out of it back then. It was literally just for the lulz, just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun.
Something so new and different, you know.
Yeah.
And finally, you could mix trap / rap with like really, really weird internet subcultures and not be called a freak by it for it.
Definitely, yeah.
So, yeah. Also, 2013 was the year that Jasmine Butler first contacted me. So yeah, I think he had one name before it, but by then he already went by Young Bro, but it was like Young Bro, you, uh, comma, underscore you know, like the emote.
Yeah.
And I remember his first song on SoundCloud was called Hard Flipping. Uh, he was cool back then. He was a really he wasn't even like an asshole. He was an actual cool person and a real fan. So he really wanted to link up and work together. People always talk about vampires spending money, which is my fucking tape, by the way. Let me make this very clear here in this interview.
Yeah, you
Let
should.
me make this very clear in this PSA currently being broadcasted internationally. And but people don't know that we have like over 10 or 15 songs together. I've been producing for him ever since his first mixtapes.
Yeah, I
Like
didn't know that.
Elegant Angel, all the shit. So from there, that was Young Bro, and then I ended up linking with, I think at first was Wicca Face, and we started talking on Facebook. And he was a really chill dude. I remember he worked on IT. You know, just a normal guy from Scranton, Pennsylvania, working on IT and making music for the fun of it. None of us ever thought it would get anywhere. So yeah, he also, by the way, fun fact, he also fucking we used to fucking talk about Twin Peaks all the time. Which is funny because, you know, eventually Audrey and all that. But yeah, it was Adam at first. It was Yumbra and Adam, and then I got to meet like the OGs like Super Sorry Human. We're not like emo trap, but you know, in the UG scene.
Yeah.
After that, I basically linked up with everyone in GBC. 2014 passed, went and passed, and then 2015, I would say was the first, not micro genre, but like actual, not title, but actual big wave of SoundCloud rap.
Yeah, it got huge.
People nowadays think it's like 2017 because XXX and Gus, but nah, it was 2015. That 2017 was the second wave, definitely. But yeah, 2015 I released my first album, Got Gucci Chambers, with like Wicca Face, yeah, fucking Young Bro, Young GZA is dead, which he probably is nowadays. I don't fucking know, man. I don't really. I've never been one to care much about these things, you know, like.
Yeah, you just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, and then eventually Craig contacted me because he fucked with my music, and I remember GZA told me once that he attended a Craig show, and he told Craig after the show that he knew me, and Craig, fuck, I just remember that after so many years. Now it feels like a punch. Craig literally told him 90s Bambino next up. I don't know what the fuck he was on because I've been waiting since then. That was 7 years ago, man. Like I'm kind of blowing up right now, but like I was definitely not the next. There were a few names ahead on that list, I would say.
Well, that
yeah,
was.
then, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to hear. Kind of a little history lesson here.
What was awesome shit?
I've kind of gotten a little history lesson here, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's why I know that sorry, just feeling a bottle of water. I know that I'm kind of dragging this way longer than you probably wanted it to.
No, I'm
Uh,
enjoying this.
Especially because like I want to show you that I want if we're doing an interview and posting it publicly, I want to tell people like the story that they don't know. I don't want to just talk about Gus. Everybody fucking knows everything about me and Gus already. What else can I say that's unsaid? You know.
Right.
So yeah, and Cray reached out to me and wanted to work with me. So the first track we did was Glock Love. Uh, you know Glock Love?
Yeah.
Another fun fact about it, that was literally the first beat I made. I made that beat like 1 or 2 weeks after learning FL Studio.
Oh shit.
It was the first beat I made with the thought of like, okay, this 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 is gonna be used by another rapper. I'm gonna try to get someone on this instrumental, so I have to do well. You know, so basically it was my first beat. It's kind of crazy to think that the first beat I made when I was like 16 ended up being a Black Cray song, now that in hindsight, you know.
That is crazy.
But yeah, we did Glock Love, which isn't a very popular song, but it's also not a. I'm not gonna cap it. Isn't like a phenomenal song either.
But it is good. It's got its qualities.
Yeah, no, it's good, but like I said, it's not. It's no Born Alone Die Alone. Let's put it that way. Like Born Alone Die Alone. That's my magnum opus. Like that is quite literally my the the production I'm most proud of. Not only in terms of production, but the final product. Like Craig managed to encapsulate literally every feeling and everything I've put into that beat without me saying anything to him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think any other artist would have been able to do that. Because technically, the reason me and Cray back then had this synergy, like the symbiotic relationship so well, was because I understood exactly what ticked him off, like what he really liked. That's like if you listen to Born Alone Die Alone, and you try to ignore the vocals, it's literally like. Yeah, it's like I don't know, 6 or 7 string plugs and 4 different frets. You know, like it's nothing, and it's nothing mind blowing, and the percussion itself, it's literally just snare and hi hats, and they don't change. It's very like it was supposed to be very very minimalistic from the start, because I noticed when I listen to, especially when I listen to Third War Doves by Cray, that he really took some influence from Brazil culture, like body funk and shit.
Nice.
Like for instance, in the I don't remember the name of the tape now or the song, but yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I remember it had a City of God, Cidade de Deus sample in Portuguese,
Nice.
and I could tell by the percussion that he used to flow on well on his songs that he was hella inspired by funky. So that's where the inspiration for the percussion on "Born Alone Die Alone" came. The ta 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 ta, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
So yeah, yeah, and then I don't know. That was in, I don't remember, to be honest. But and then GBC was already happening for a while back then. And fuck, we're about to get to the Gus part. Jeez, I need more cocaine for this. Are you enjoying the? Oh, we're on question one. I just realized.
That was the second question, but I've been really
Yeah.
loving this.
Okay. Uh, I'm really glad I did took special K for this. Like maybe 25% of this information would have been divulged, and out of that 25%, maybe like 3% of it would have been intelligible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
So yeah.
I,
Sorry.
I have to say, like, cause I've done, oh fuck, I don't know, probably like 100 interviews. I have to say, this is one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun.
I think it's because I know so much. Like I was there for so many different internet micro genres and for so much things.
Yeah, you're a
You know,
veteran.
yeah, and I never really like bothered to, you know, tell the whole history. It's not like I wrote a fucking biography on it or anything.
Yeah.
So this is also being my first time doing it.
Yeah, this is a epic moment.
Congratulations, 2007 just called. They're on their fucking very rocks, bro. Los XD. Rawr. But yeah. um. So I was a GBC affiliate back then, and that money really fucked with me. I produced for MFK Marcy Man too, but he took down the song in like 1 week because it was a diss towards Divine Council,
Oh.
and and Got Money doesn't like one thing I respect about them is even if somebody do them wrong and they have a reason to diss them and they end up dissing them, they always go back on it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you remember Band for Life back
Yeah.
back where he's like, "Hey, peep, run my swag bag."
Oh shit.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, peep, run my swag bag," and he calls out Tracy for copying him. He didn't have he didn't have a music video and shit, but he did it because of what I just say. They just don't like that kind of shit. They, man, you can't not respect Got Money Records. You just can't.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But yeah, um, I'm really dreading getting to this part. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So shortly before, or was it at the same time? I think it was before I joined Schema Boss. Or no, yeah, it was at the same time. Before I joined Schema Boss, uh, Young GZA, Boy Fruit, and Original God used to lead a collective called Dream Mob, which eventually got renamed as Vampire Punks. Uh, and then, everyone kind of went on to do their own thing afterwards. Like, Original God went to make the most formulaic AI generated emo trap songs possible. But I mean, he's doing way better than me, so what the fuck am I saying? Boy Fruit went to. Man, I have no fucking idea what Boy Fruit is doing, but shout out Boy Fruit. We all used to bully him a lot. Yo, Boy Fruit, if you're listening to this right now, I'm sorry that me and GZA made so much fun of you. You kind of deserved it, but still. You're a nice lad. And the other one, Young GZA, me, Original God, and yeah, and Boy Fruit, yeah. And Young GZA went on to, fuck a minor.
Oh.
And then his own career, which is stupid because I fucked a minor and here I am in an interview. So shout out my nigga Epstein. Man, I am so gonna get canceled again before I even get the chance to be famous. Fuck me. Anyway, yeah. So then I joined Schema, and I think like 2 weeks later, 1 week, like not just a couple days later, Gus got recruited into Schema, and before that he had already hit me up on SoundCloud. He had like 250 followers or something, and the only song there was Star Shopping, which is really good song, obviously. And he hit me up saying like, yo, you, like, my main influence are you and Dylan Ross. Also, yeah, fucking shout out Dylan Ross, Castle of Depression. That's some old shit, old album. But if you listen to Live Forever, you can really see the influence that me and Dylan had on. But he after that, like, his cow is like Come Over When You're Sober type. Yeah, nothing like this, like our style, but his early stuff, he was admittedly very influenced by us. So he wanted to buy beats and shit. So I ended up selling him 2 beats, and then we became friends. So I sent him more beats for free. Couple fun facts: the 2 beats he bought, one was named Sheffield Cathedral, 180 something, 180 32, I think. That beat would go on to be the same beat that Tracy used for Gemstone.
Oh wow. Huh.
Which, now that I think about it, is the song that Nose Gov covered that got our current collab going on. Holy fuck! It's all connected.
Yeah, it's one big circle.
Yeah, Gus/Lil Peep bought that beat because he liked it so much, but Tracy used it and then Nose Gov covered it. So like, and it all happened in like 3 years of interval. Like, Gus bought it in 2015, then Tracy used it like 1 or 2 years later. I don't know. Then 2 years. and then Nosegov covered it in 2019. I found out about it like fucking last week, and it ended up on me and Nosegov making a full ass fucking album now.
It's so all connected.
Shout out that one fucking beat, which is very mid-ass, and it was also like one of the first 5 beats I produced right after the one for Glock Love. People often say 90s BAMBINO is a shitty producer. Yeah, mate, I was 16, 17, like, I had learned FL Studio like 1 month ago. Kind of fucking sucks how such a shitty kid accomplished so much more than... Anyway, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm fully aware that those beats are not the greatest, but your idols doesn't seem to share that opinion, so fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so one of them was Sheffield Cathedral, and the other one was School Dropouts. School Dropouts sampled Tiger's Jaw and a Riff Raff interview. He never got to use it, but eventually Superstar Human used it on a song called Remember School, which he shouted me out in the end. Shout out Superstar Human / Matt Soley. He's one of the nicest, most legit blokes I've met in the scene. Like, he is legit. And the only bit he did end up using was one of the ones he didn't pay for, which was... It was officially named Still Thinking About You, which became Hollywood Dreaming.
Wow, yeah.
Which I hope by the time this interview comes out, me and Lisa, Gus' mom, have worked out my credits for that, because I got all the proof.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In fact, I may sign with a shitty label, with a shitty manager that hopefully might help me on that, you know? I don't know, but yeah, just adding the little pieces of trivia for you and everybody. After that, Gus joined Schema, and then in the blink of an eye, everything fucking changed.
Yeah, it was fast.
I'm gonna need a break. Is that cool? Like, we can still talk, but like, I'm gonna just smoke a cigarette, because now we're gonna enter some really deep lore.
Yeah, of course.
Like for an analogy, so far we're talking about like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Now we're about to get into like the Silmarillion.
That's a good.
You know
that's
I mean?
A good analogy.
Yeah, I told you I was good with analogies. We talked about.
But yeah, I'll grab a cigarette and we can take a break.
Cool, sweet. Also, this has been a fun experience for me as well, mate.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I keep my fucking pack of cigarettes like 20 centimeters away from me, and I still manage to always lose it. I don't know. Like, every time we call, you're like, I'm gonna go get my cigarettes. And I'm like, bro, what the... It's not food. You don't have to keep it in the fridge or something. Like, you can bring that with you. You know that, right? Why do you do not keep them around, by the way?
I really, like, I've been thinking about it. I really don't know, like...
You never thought about that, right?
I think it's just, like, brain damage or something.
You want to talk about brain damage? This interview cigarettes.
Yeah.
Also, another trivia I found out last week. The same week I found out about Nose Golf cover and my song with Gus. So it's been an insane fucking week. I don't know, like God just turned the fuck it button. I discovered that he recorded a song. I mean, it's barely a song. It's very. It's one of the worst audio recordings of history. I feel like, because it was him and BB Sun, which at one point he was a part of Track's House, singing over an instrumental intro of mine from a Grave Wave 2014 EP that sample like the surrealistic movie Valerie and Henrique Wonders and the soundtrack to Das Cabinetes Dr. Caligari. Yeah, so not something you should rap over. And the point of this is that the track was called Cigarettes, so I'll send that to you later. Just don't leak it.
Alright, yeah, I gotta hear that for sure. Alright, I'll be right back.
Bet.
Okay.
I don't know how this is gonna sound. Probably it's gonna sound like fucking shit over the call. So if it sounds bad, you can just edit and delete it. But even if it's not for the interview, let me show you what I mean.
Okay.
This is the original instrumental I've made in 2014. By the way, he didn't ask permission for this.
Of
But
course.
it's Tracy, so nobody's shocked.
Yeah, not surprising.
Okay, so that was part of the intro for 2014 tape of mine.
Okay.
Did it came off too shitty on the call? It did, right?
I'll have to, like, when I re-listen through the interview, I'll have to hear how it recorded.
Okay, maybe we can just like overlay it with the actual.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Because if that sounded shitty on the call, I feel sorry for showing you this. What young blood / what Jasmine Butler did to you. So yeah, this is. Do you know BB song?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a BB song Young Bro track called Cigarettes. Uh, Not a track as much as, well, it exists. That's that's all I can say about it. It is something. It is an audio recording, that's for sure. Uh, Here it goes. So yeah, what do you think?
What the fuck?
My exact reaction, my lad.
Yeah, that
It's almost, it's almost like he puts so much effort, like he goes out of his way to make his my shit sound bad on
that
a pop song.
that shouldn't exist.
No, this is a very cursed MP3 file.
Jesus.
What? But also, what the fuck was that? Blah 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 blah. Dude, what?
Yeah, that was all
What?
bad. Just
That was some like man, I smoke crack, but that was some crackhead shit.
that it really, yeah, it is like that's a different level of I don't even know.
It's almost like avant-garde music. Maybe it's so next level we just can't comprehend it. But yeah, so that was like almost like what 8-10 minutes of me talking about small derailing because we mentioned cigarettes. Jesus Christ. See what I mean when I say that? Like I have so much trivia lore that no one fucking knows.
Yeah, it's like a
Like, yeah,
like
go
listening to
ahead.
all this. It's like a documentary.
It basically is like I really wish a big platform like could endorse me to like help me document the things that nobody knows about on the street,
God,
you know?
yeah, that'd be amazing.
Like I saw Gus dick one time. I cut that off from the
Yeah, I will. I will.
uh I will tell you that though, very mid, very average. Um okay, so now I definitely lost my train of thought.
Shit.
Oh yeah, okay. We're about to get into Gus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just overdose on cocaine
Hey.
beforehand.
No.
No, but I will do a line. But meanwhile, while I line this up, so me and Gus joined Schema at basically the same time. Uh, but I was already in Trek's house before, you know, way, way, way before, more than a year before him. And MacNet wanted me to fly to Seattle so I could record with him in real life, you know, make shit easier. But he didn't want to cover the flight costs.
Damn
And
it.
yeah, and fuck, man, this part fucks me up. I always try not to think about it. And I don't want to come off as any sort of way for any, because so that, like, for any Lil Peep fans out there listening to this right now. But I mean, if even Gus himself said that I was an influence, but whatever, they don't care. Uh, Obviously, I didn't have the money to fly there myself, so eventually they dropped me off Trek's house, and not on God, not even 2 weeks later, they got deep into Tracks and GBC. Like literally, it was like I'm trying my best not to hurt any Lil Peep fandom feelings because I'm afraid of the backlash on that because that's a very that's walking on I'm walking on eggshells right now.
Yeah.
But to be completely blunt and honest for a couple seconds, it was pretty much a move of okay, because everyone on GBC fucked with me so hard. Like GBC had nothing. The whole Blink 182 boy band type shit they're known for nowadays. That was not their thing until I started producing their songs, you know. And it was pretty much, it was literally a move like, okay, we can't get 90s Bambino into GBC, oh my god, into GBC because she's in fucking Brazil. So how about we get Dollar Star 90s Bambino, which is like, local, and that's how Gus got see. And
Like, well, I mean,
that should have been me.
I agree. I agree. I know I'll get some shit for that, but what I don't care.
Nah, it's the truth. I get shit for it too, but it's the truth. Like, yeah, it just it gets me fucked up thinking about it. The whole it should have been me thing, you know.
Right. Well, I kind of know how that feels, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, want to talk about it?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to hear it.
Sure.
So it was like it would be like 2015 or 16. I got signed to like this big label and I was playing bass and anyway, I was like supposed to end up playing bass like for a band called Traders. I don't know if you know them, but
No, but I imagine there's some like melodic hardcore thing.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. And
Yeah, you see, I'm very perceptive.
yeah,
Tell me the
like
name of it. Can
yeah,
already tell the jam.
you nailed it. And yeah, just like my I guess to them like my drug problem got in the way and then literally like right after I got kicked out of the whole thing, like they just like fucking like blew up so like in America just huge and like that shit fucked me up.
Dude, you know who we are?
What?
Uh, Pete Beast, Pete Best. You know Pete Best,
Yeah.
the drummer for the Beatles, who got kicked out of the Beatles right before they blew up.
Exactly.
Imagine living with that, man. Imagine living with The fucking Beatles, man.
And then the guy that they replaced me with ended up.
Oh, sorry. Just this is how I get the title ideas that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Just got one.
Well,
Just got one for a song. Deep down, I'm really Pete Best.
That's perfect.
But yeah, go ahead.
Well, this is the end of it, but the guy they ended up replacing me with ended up having sex with my fiance. So it was it was bad.
Man, he really fucked you on that
Yeah.
one. And your fiance too, man.
Literally.
I'm sorry I had.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh, Chewy one shot. Fuck.
Emotional
Uh,
damage.
fuck him though. What's his name?
His name's Trevor. Like Trevor.
Oh, fucking, of fucking course his name's Trevor. What would you expect from
Yeah,
a name
it
named
fits
Trevor?
perfectly.
Yeah, it's like I don't fucking know, like Gavin or Tyler. I don't know.
Chad.
Yeah, like man, Tanner,
Yeah.
I never met a nice Josh,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Josh. By the way, who was Josh? Oh yeah, Young GZA was Joshua. Young GZA also the same artist who literally cut my verse from my own song with this.
That's
Thank you.
fucked.
Shout out Young GZA is dead. Shout out the minor he fucked. Shout out his career ending. Shout out Karma. Shout out Pierce.
Yeah. Shout out Karma.
But yeah, uh, fuck. Sorry, I got very mad because like the song with Gus is literally lost media now. Like the whole Lil Peep fandom, like those weirdo archiving communities, they all try to find no luck so far, and I'm pretty sure I'm able to gonna get it like this week. Doing
You're
some
pretty sure you will.
Yeah, cause I'm reaching out to someone who was also in Dream Mob and asking them if they ever got the file in their email by Josh, like forwarded by Joshua.
Yeah, fuck. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure there's got to be a way to find it. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I make shit happen. So
That's true.
hopefully,
That's if we know one thing, that's true.
yeah. If we know, yeah. So, but I'm not gonna release like the same song, but like with my verse on it. I'll probably count to three, please, darling.
Huh?
Count to three, please. 1, 2, 3. Have you know numbers, right?
Oh, you said. Oh, okay. Yeah. You want me to count?
Jesus, it's been 10 seconds already. Yes, I wanted to count you. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
You didn't say go.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, go. There we go.
Not yet. On the other nostril now. Anyway, um, so what artists that I previously collaborated with uh, were we harassing again in this interview? Oh yeah, Operation Love. So I'm gonna basically did I remember what I when I showed you the new. By the way, yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be news when this interview drops, but Vampire Spending Money Part 2, aka Vampire Spending Money on Post Malone's lawyers and still losing a legal battle with a trans girl from Brazil with no legal counseling whatsoever. Coming up soon.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna basically do the same thing I did to those tracks, but to my track because and then release it. If hopefully if I find it, yeah.
Well, yeah, that kind of answers what my next question was.
Which was
What are your current plans musically?
I mean, it doesn't really answer.
Well, I mean, it kind of segued though, you know.
Yeah, it's a very good segue though. Yeah. I don't know. There's this weirdo wanting me to sign to his label.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Although like the contract does offer drugs. Oh, I mean.
Hey.
I mean beneficial payments for medicinal purposes. I I don't fucking know how I'm so dumb over picking that over a Universal deal, but at the same time, ketamine. That's all I have to say.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, that's literally all I have to say. But yeah, so I'm planning on signing that deal, which is probably gonna be the first actual label contract I agree to sign, because every other label that has approached me, I've always been like, okay, we can do a one-off thing, you know?
Right.
Like I deal with Equilateral Records, Illuminated Pets, Fortune 500, etc. But like actually signing a contract, it's probably gonna be the first one. But the dude, I don't know, he's hella sketchy, you know.
Yeah, he sounds like a douchebag.
He is. But like, if he's willing to cover, if he's willing to cover the promo and the VFX needed to put out the very quality songs that you listen to, you've got leaked to recently,
Yeah.
and helping me on the whole fucking Tracy thing, and just also mainly financially supporting my ungodly, copious, extensive use of ketamine, then fuck yeah, man, fuck Universal. But yeah, I'll probably sign with them. The label's called Dejected Records. No association with Brett Curry's, hopefully.
No, never. Fuck that piece of
I
shit.
don't even know who he is. I've never just heard people complain about him. I never had any personal experiences with him, and from what I hear, honestly, mate, I'm glad I did it. But,
yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, so okay. My next steps musically. My next tape has first of all, David Firth made my new artist tag, so technically speaking, he's gonna be on all of my new songs. One of my next albums has the intro and the outro by David Firth. If anyone doesn't know who David Firth is, because when I mention him to people don't know until I go, Salad Fingers, and then they're, oh yeah. So yeah, the Salad Fingers guy. He's on the intro and the outro. He recorded a monologue I wrote for him. He's a really nice chat.
That's amazing.
Y'all, please check out David Firth's work. Support him. One of the most amazing, talented artists I have ever met. Literally, the sole reason that I got into animation. And I don't know. For me, it's way more surreal the fact that he's on my next album than even the fact that I have a song with Gus or anything like that, you know? Because Gus, Cold Heart, Tracy, Adam, Wico Face, all those people, like, they are my friends. I don't have the perception the other people have of them. I can't. I tried already. I just can't. But
yeah.
I was watching Solid Fingers when I was 9, so I would never thought that, like, over 10 years later, the creator of that would be recording a monologue I wrote for him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like personally sending me a signed copy of his first feature-length film with a handwritten letter. Like, he's just a really nice bloke. Please check that. Everyone listen, please check him out. And if you're not into animation, he's not very known for this, or nor does he. It's not nearly his main project, but he does have a musical project called Locust Toy Box, so if y'all want to check that out. What else? So there's that. Lil B is gonna be on my next album. I don't know if I should say the story of how that came to happen. Because let's just say Lil B ended up paying me for the song. But by the way, it's actually $90, as in 90s BAMBINO.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'll send you the screenshots later. You have a laugh. Curb Lagoop is gonna be on my next album.
Nice.
You know, you ain't living, harm living. Keep the boys and the fights and the fools on the ceiling. Keep the boom, 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 boom. Anyway, yeah, I already have you know this, but you know, for the interview for people listening, I already have a song with Curl Up Group from 2015 called All I Do Is Thug.
Yeah, I remember that.
We have 3 songs together. I only released All I Do Is Thug because then we got into some stupid beef afterwards. But, you know, water under the bridge, we're cool now. So I'm probably, from the other 2 songs, I'm probably gonna release one of them in the next album. And I'll probably save the last one for when he dies.
Yeah.
So then I can release it. Because honestly, mate, artistic integrity so far has led me to nothing. So time to start being a cunt like everybody.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah. The same way he puts R.I.P. Lil Moat in every fucking single music video. Like, man, maybe Lil Moat would rest in peace if you would shut the fuck up about it. How about? Yeah, I'm gonna do the same when he dies. I'm just gonna be R.I.P. every fuck music, every music. We're not even that close. We're not, but fuck it. Uh, who else? I have a lot of other vault that fits with like let's say good placements, but if I feel they don't fit the album, the vibe I'm going for, I'm not gonna. No,
Yeah.
really not about that for me. I might have Lofty 305 on that too. Still thinking about that. And an artist named Young Bitch used to be in Cold War Gang. Honestly, the only Cold War Gang member that I've ever respected, even though he just sounds like Lagoop's kid. But who else? Oh yeah, and I haven't announced this like very publicly other than two close friends, but Nosegov is gonna be on my next album too. Not the same as Lil B and Curla Goop though. That one is nice Bambino. I mean from the All My Lovers Are Dead. Actually she's gonna fuck. Now that I noticed, she yeah. There's 3 albums coming up that will have songs of hers together, ours together.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
With that, there's the All My Lovers Are Dead one, which will have some features with her. There's the Vampire Spending Money too, which Tracy has been rightfully replaced by Nosegov in the vocals. And there's Nosegov's album itself, which is being produced by me at her request, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Other than that, let me think. Yeah, I'm trying to start a let's say post-punk / garage rock band. Very much influenced by like Bauhaus, White Stripes, the Kills, and the Libertines. If I had to like cite the main influences, you know.
Yeah, all good bands.
Yeah, I fucking love them. And they all have like very out of tune vocals and guitars, you know, the whole going out
Right.
of pitch on was like this. I love that. Because if anybody has listened to any of my songs, they all know that I can't fucking sing on key. I don't know what's the key. The only key I know is the one that goes up my nose. That's it. What else? So yeah, about the band, I've been trying to find members for it because I can play the guitar. I'm gonna do vocals and shit. I can do the drum tracks myself, even not with a real drum, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I wanna at least one more member who is a duo. Um, yeah, the band is gonna be called Thank You Eliza Lamb, probably.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why. I'm very pretentious with titles, but I like it. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Everything.
that's all good shit right there.
Yeah, hopefully also after I sign this label deal, my comeback, all my comeback music will be able to be released because I will have like some sort of funding to for the VFX and you know the placement and stuff like that. Which, if you heard those songs, such as Tonight, I think you know that they deserve more than being dropped on a Spotify or SoundCloud.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What else? Yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it for now. That's pretty much it. It's already a fucking lot because it's like 3-4 different albums. Fucking
Yeah.
those guys, now. So it's taking a toll on me, literally. But I don't care. Like I live for art. I'll die for art. I'm really not doing this to have a good life. I'm doing this to have a good death.
Hey, I love that. I never really thought about it like that, but that's very poetic.
Really? Yeah, it's like Banksy once said like you die 2 times. The first when you stop breathing, and the second one when someone says your name for the last time in history.
Wow.
I'm not trying to have a second death ever.
Yeah.
I feel like the I feel like the closest thing to immortality that humanity got to at this point in time is leaving a legacy that cannot be forgot. And if I have to do it artistically, I'll fucking die for this. And if I have to shoot up a school, I'll consider that. No. I'm definitely gonna get canceled before Jesus. Anyway, but yeah, I just wanna leave a legacy. Like I said, it's not about my life, it's about having a good death.
I love it. So
it's about dying only once and never having my name said by the last time ever again.
right.
Except when climate change, really aims the level, and then nothing I can fucking do about the glacier thing.
So my next question is, do you have a favorite project that you've ever done?
Yes, the name is Digital Suicide. The project name is Digital Suicide, and the only release that it has is called Orbital Resonance Over Lonely Red Skies. It's a down-tempo / chill wave / kind of vaporwave thunderphonics thing concept album about a guy who travels into space and eventually runs out of fuel and has to cope with the fact that literally no help is coming, loneliness issues together with schizophrenia from the isolation, and eventually his own acceptance of the situation. And I don't know, I really, 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 really love that album, and it's a great example of how I can make something 100,000 times better than anything I've made emo trap related, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, I love that title.
Wait, sorry?
Oh, I was just saying, I love that title, that name.
The album or the project one?
The one you were just talking about.
No, I mean like the album, Orbital Resonance.
Yeah, the album name.
Yeah, as as we talked before, very good. Probably better with titles than with the actual song.
I don't know.
Which
I think they're pretty equal.
which ties back to how we began this interview with me mentioning that before I had any intention of following through with music, I was alright. Still am a writer.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So if we're talking like side projects, that's definitely my favorite one. If we're talking, I don't know. Do you mean like a project like a full release or like a song?
Oh yeah, just any project, like even like the one you just mentioned. I mean,
Yeah, like I said, side projects would definitely be that. And in regards to 90s Bambino, it's probably a tie between online crush and fashionability addict.
yeah, those are good.
And as far as the songs goes, I don't know, because all my best songs haven't been released yet, and you know that.
Oh yeah, some good shit coming.
People have no idea, but yeah, from the released ones, I guess it would be in the music Kiss.
And then I just have one last question.
Just adding, I mean like solo, like vocal wise, but production wise, like I said, Born Alone, Die Alone. I've already came to terms that I'll never make anything as that. That is a fucking anthem. I'm literally getting Born Alone, Die Alone tatted on my collarbones next week.
Yeah, you should. Hell yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
So my last question is just one message that you would say to all your
What
fans.
what were those, like 4 questions? This is a really quick interview that I dragged way more than it probably
We
should.
got, I think that was 5 questions.
That's not an interview. That's like a fucking TikTok you send someone.
But I knew I had a feeling interview with you that 5 questions would be a lot of information.
Well, spot on, my lad. Jackpot bullseye, I would say. So yeah, go ahead. What's the last question?
What is one message you would just say to all your fans who've been listening to you?
Who still listen to me, like new fans or old fans? Or...
Just all your fans. What's just one thing you'd say to them? One message.
Can you give me uh, can you give me 30 to think about that?
Yeah, of course.
If it's one message, let me think. Okay, I'm just gonna say a bunch of short, very short shit as a one message.
All right. Let's get it.
So, first of all, stay ugly, be a misfit, be a weirdo, be the person that people poke their friends in the street and point at you, either in a good way or a bad way. Don't be scared to be that, because we were all that in high school, and now the same people that bullied us, like they're doing what we do. So stay ugly is about turning something like naturally beautiful into artificially ugly. and still being adored by that. Um, no one goes to college anymore. Don't fucking waste your time. Um, and man, thanks for all the support. Like, legitimate. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to 90s Bambino, I could cap. I could no. I'm not straight for. I only do this shit for the money still. Only. I do not respect emo trap artists. 99% of them, y'all fucking suck. The genre is fucking dead. You can't reinvent the wheel. You can't discover fire a second time. Move on. And I know you guys are moving on, and I know all of you are moving on to hyperpop. Please don't fucking run that into the ground either. Y'all did that with Beach House. Y'all did that with Vaporwave. Y'all did that with trap. Y'all are doing that with hyperpop. Just be yourselves. Just be yourself. Stay ugly. Stay ugly. Don't stay fucking bandwagoning on whatever trend is popping off right now. Cause honestly, when I started this making Vaporwave and shit, I was blown the fuck away. But when I saw that I had 4 plays on a SoundCloud track, I was like, man, 4 different people around the world listen to something I created that's mind blowing. And nowadays I get like, I have over like, if you amount just like, for instance, Parking Lot, Born Alone Die Alone, and Vampire in the Moonlight, there's already around 8 to 9 million streams across platforms, and it doesn't do shit for me anymore. So yeah, definitely don't get into this thing with the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna try to make this a career. You won't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares who you are, and nobody would care who I am either if I was starring 90s Bambino right now. I'm not, like I said in a 2014 song from that tape, the Grave Wave tape that young bro fucking murdered with BB Son. The line, I think the verse went, I know my beats are shit. I know the words I say. I know I may sound goofy when I rap with such disdain. What you don't understand, boy, is what I actually am, boy. I'm trying to retain the essence of the thing. Don't take me fucking seriously. Don't take me as a joke. A bedroom dungeon master breathing weed, exhaling dope. And yeah, that hasn't changed. You know?
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Was the well, you answered it really well. Actually, it was one message you'd say to all your fans, and I think he nailed it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And just thanks for sticking by. Thanks for supporting me. Everyone who knows what actually happened and tries to spread awareness about, you know, what GBC did to me, what Tracy did to me, what pretty much everyone that just copied me and blew up because they live in fucking Los Angeles and I live in fucking Brazil. Everyone who knows the truth, everyone who, you know, defended me and supported me even through my many, 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 many controversies from when I was younger. The cap here, I was a fucking asshole. I was super fucking toxic. I'm still a dumb fucking slut, but nowadays I have self-awareness to not be that person anymore. But yeah, y'all, thanks, man. I can't thank you enough. Like, I haven't released. I have released one new song in over half a decade, and my numbers are still doubling, tripling up. Makes no fucking sense to me. It reminds me of an inside joke that the scene had in 2015 that everybody said, like, 90s BAMBINO doesn't have a fan base, she has a cult. Which, I mean, low-key, y'all kind of predicted that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. R.I.P. Audrey, though. But, man, one last thing I'll say. After this last year that I spent completely AWOL from the internet, not only not releasing anything, but like completely off the grid from social media. When I came back recently and I opened Instagram and I saw this dude who I never talked to, never interacted to, nothing, just send me a literal fucking oil on canvas portrait of me. But actually, two. One of me as the Crow, because I've been hearing that the Crow comparison since I was like fucking 12. I don't fucking know why. I'm low key though. Glad Brandon Lee was fucking pop. I'm kidding. But thanks. He's hella hot. I don't care.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And the other one, again, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the other painting was me as Chris from Blade Runner, who is my
Hell yeah.
favorite character from my favorite movie and my favorite book. And he just DM'd me like, man, I love your music, so I did this. And I remember shedding a tear because in my head I was like, everyone forgot about me and moved on, probably. And then I saw that and I was like, someone took time, effort, energy, and creative fuel out of their own time, like out of their own day, to literally paint portraits of me just because they like my art so much. And it's not like that happens. That was like a first time happening. I mean, the oil on canvas thing, that was the first time. But I've had people like, I get so much fan art, so like an ungodly amount of fan art. I'm very appreciative of those two. I had people. I'm not saying I condone this or I encourage anyone to do this. But I mean, like, if y'all want to, go ahead. But I have several fans, like, cutting my name into their skin and then DM me pics, which is very fucked up. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And also another case that I remember, that one fan literally tattooed a drawing of me with a song title I made from my Brazilian project, Bruxa Adolescente. and he messaged me, and he was like, uh, "This song saved my life. I thought the least I could do was tattoo it in homage to you. I'm not expecting you to read this. I just needed to show it to you." Like, all of those things, honestly, I may continue as 90s Bambino just for the money, but I continue alive because of those things. They're priceless. You guys are you. I have no words, man. Like, honestly, I would I would rather have the really small niche, like people say, almost cult like fan base that I have, than having like the, I don't know, the hundreds of thousands of fans Tracy does, who fucking call him out on his own bullshit. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like there's actually like the hook for Born Alone that Alone goes. How many niggas gonna ride for me? Niggas say they love me, but they won't die for me. And those are the ones who would die for me. And I appreciate you guys so fucking much. Y'all have no idea. Literally no idea. Because as I mentioned earlier on the interview, I'm not doing this for my life. I'm doing this for my death. It's about a legacy. It's about being recognized and remembered. So don't look up to me as a role model. Please don't do that to yourselves, or don't disappoint your mom like that. But like just saying the most common thing that I get is your music helped save my life, because it's good to know, like, from your lyrics that there's someone out there who feels the same thing as me. Just that, yeah, no words for that. Like I said, priceless.
Uh,
Priceless, but also my PayPal is stonewordrecords@gmail.com. Feel free to feel free to send some money instead of taking a razor blade and carving my fucking name into your flesh. But yeah, that's what I mean. Just, it's incredible. I may not have the most fans for sure, but I have the most amazing ones could I could ask, or even couldn't even conceive of thinking.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah, I'm almost tearing up here. Like,
I know, me too.
every fan of mine, like, not to take any value of the people who be only because of, like, Born Alone Die Alone, or Vampire in the Moonlight, or GBC, or, but like everyone who's been keeping up with me for years now, y'all are fucking amazing, man. You're the reason I'm alive. Whenever something publicly, like, is publicly announced about some overdose that I used to have, or some really fucked up issue that I was going on, I didn't survive because of me. Whenever y'all message any social media saying, "Oh, hope you're good," "Oh, stay alive," "Oh," you were the people making me stay alive. I hope every single one of you realize that, and I appreciate the good taste and the refined, let's say, knowledge into knowing who's the real vampires and who are just vampires because they suck a hella dick and swag for others. And yeah, I just hope more people do their research like they're doing right now with my numbers going up. And lastly, y'all do realize everybody on my fan base acts like a cult member, right? So Kool-Aid Suicide coming up very soon. I'm still deciding on the flavor I'll get. And yeah, we'll start Audrey Town in honor of her, and wear white AF1s instead of black AF1s just to be a little bit different. And that's it. That's it. You're the most loyal fan base I ever seen any artist have, not like only on the underground, but ever. So it could be 10 of you, or it could be a million of you. Y'all are literally my life motto. If someone asks me like, do you have one life motto? I do, and I have it added. It's fuck the hype, ride or die. I feel like I expressed that very well in my songs, and I feel like that's why all my fans are all fuck the hype, ride or die, and y'all rapping that shit very well. So stay ugly, kids. Y'all are very honestly brilliant. That's cheers.